Today I'll be speaking on the topic, buy the bush and turn your life around. What does that even mean? You see, I often see people say things like, this place is bushy when they take them to, developing areas. And I'm wondering, God wouldn't have spoken to Moses if there was no bush to burn. I mean, I'm joking. Well, do you realize that Metama was once bushy? Do you know that before Metama turned to the peak development you're seeing right now was once bushy, right? So the thing is, every bushy place will eventually become, a developed area. So the mindset of not buying the bush, or this mindset people have of not buying the bush, is why most people are financially stuck. I genuinely care about you, right? I genuinely care about your financial growth, and I'm here to give you 3 reasons why you should buy the bush. Because when you buy the bush, then and only then would you turn your life around, particularly in the vehicle of real estate. So I'll be speaking on three reasons, right? The first reason is to maximize your ROI. Now, what's ROI? ROI just means return on investment, right? Investing in developing areas means that you get the yield from developing areas over a period of time is exponentially higher. The return on investment when you buy from developing areas is exponentially higher. What's exponential growth? Exponential growth means it grows rapidly as against growing gradually. Okay? If you buy land, let's say you buy land from Metama for 10 billion naira, or a house for 10 billion naira right now, it's the buying, the cost of purchase of that particular land or house is very expensive. It means that the entry cost is high, right? And over the next 5 years, I'm not saying it's not going to grow exponentially, but you would not compare the ROI if you had bought Metama when it was bushy. Because if you had bought Metama, let's say for 10 million naira 10 years ago, and you are selling what you bought 10 years ago for 10 million naira for 10 billion naira now, you can see the exponential increase. So the secret, or one of the secrets of maximizing your return on investment, is to buy places when they are still considered a bush. Now, the second reason here is early investment advantage. Now, people making substantial amounts from Metama right now were people that bought into Metama when it was still considered a bush. So the idea here is to look for strategic locations that are still considered a bush. Wherever you are, you're in Abuja, you're in Lagos, you're in Kaduna, you're in Sokoto, the strategy of making money is to buy a place when it's still considered a bush. I mean, I'm gonna tell you a story now. When we started our first estate, that's Anide Scott, 3 years ago, I mean, it was considered a bush. Okay, we're selling a plot of land for about 2.5 million naira, right? Now, fast forward 3 years later, we're selling for 14 million naira. What does that tell you? A place that's once considered a bush, over a period of time, we essentially develop, particularly in cities like Abuja and Lagos. Like, for instance, in Abuja right now, we have people coming into the city. It means that expansion is going into places that was once considered a bush. So a smart investor, right, will buy from these places that are, bushy, and over a certain period of time, you are making over 1,000% return on your investment. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. The idea is to buy bushes and see it grow over a period of time. The final point here is long-term gains. I mean, I've already spoken about it from my second point. Now, what does this mean? It means that by investing in developing areas, you can make much more money, okay, than buying in developing area. The secret is the cost of entry of buying into developing area is quite cheaper, right? If you are buying in places like Idu is now a developing area in Abuja, particularly by the train station, is a developing area. We have Lugbe. There are certain areas in Lugbe that are also developing areas. Okay, you buy in this particular location, you see that over a period of time, if you bought for 1 million naira, in another 1 or 2 years, you'd see that they are selling that particular land that was once 1 million naira for about 2 or 3 million naira. You see that you are making exponential profit on your initial purchase. So the secret of making money in real estate, take it from me, is to buy developing areas and watch your investment grow, right? So yeah, that's essentially my point. I just want to give you 3 points today, right? On how you can invest very smart, right? The idea is to invest smart and see your money grow over a period of time. I hope you've learned something today. Invest smart, invest quickly, buy from developing areas, and be wise. Thank you, and God bless.